Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. If this is your first time tuning in, then I'll fill you in a little bit. We've been going over the periodic table. We just recently got back to the periodic table. We're currently in the middle of transition metals, going over them and what they mean to us spiritually, scientifically, geographically, and as far as our health, right? Every now and again, the creator will come in and have us go over something else, right? We might get a download and we might, just take a little break depending on what the creator wants. Sometimes I, just don't even study, right? And I just go over what he wants me to say. Other times he has me do diligent research to confirm downloads and messages that he's been giving me, right? So everything can make sense. And so I won't sound like a crazy person when I'm talking, okay? But this evening, the creator wanted to kind of just have this conversation on when curses are broken. We've had several conversations on how to prevent and avoid, certain attacks. Obviously, fasting and prayer are the top two. And just simply believing in the creator and his protection and the will over your life can sometimes keep you in and out of the right situations, okay? We've had several conversations on how to even notice when something is manifesting in your life and it's an attack. And sometimes these attacks are really subtle. And you have to use your spiritual discernment, your spiritual eyes, and all of your prophetic gifts to determine if it's an attack or just some regular, everyday life stuff, right? But a lot of the times, we don't realize when curses are broken, right? So, the creator wanted to just make sure, and this conversation is simply because warfare has been going on so much. Spiritual attacks have been happening, especially around the time of new moons, last moons, waning moons, waxing moons, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of retrogrades, right? And depending on where these planets fall in your chart, they can affect you gravely, right? So this is why it's important to know your birth chart, because not only can it tell you and give you a depiction of the ways that, practitioners, witches, evildoers, demonic spirits can attack you. It shows you when, right? It gives you an idea of there's certain energies that can come through, okay? And it can also give you a little hint on why, all right? These birth charts are just depictions of how, why, and where, these attacks can come through. Even down to your physical body, okay? Because zodiac signs are associated with body parts, as well as certain energies, certain spirits, even certain times and dimensions, okay? So when you're familiar with your chart, you'll be able to get a breakdown on the types of warfare that you are susceptible to, the type of health issues that you're susceptible to. And we've gone over this, right? But when we go into warfare, and especially if you have been given the gift of intercession, breaking, certain generational patterns and different cycles, right? Or i.e. if you're the black sheep of the family, If you are a prophet or a seer or a psychic that is connected to current or future timelines, right? These are all sure ways to get you attacked, especially if you're from the future or if you're speaking for the future, right? If you have been given the gift of, fighting prevention, fighting certain things from happening or preventing things from happening so they will not affect masses of people or just your bloodline, okay? You have to be able to know and learn when spells and hexes and curses are broken, okay? So one of the things is you'll get diarrhea, okay? Especially when your body is being attacked, when your portals are being attacked, when there are certain energies that are attacking you through the portals. If these attacks are aimed at specific points on your body, okay? If they're doing crown magic, if they're doing root magic, if they're doing even love spells, if they're attacking your throat chakra and your heart, right? Things that have something to do with your physical body, right? It'll always lead to you having to use the bathroom constantly, okay? The flip side of that is you'll be constantly thirsty, constantly hungry. And another way to keep the downloads coming and to keep the protection in is to constantly, keep yourself hydrated. This water, this constant hydration is going to allow the messages to flow in, and it's also going to allow the attacks and the poisons that they're sending to flow out. And this is what's leading to the diarrhea, okay? Your genetics, aka your ancestors, will start to break down that energy and it has to come out. It's usually through defecation. Sometimes it'll come through urine depending on what type of energy it is and the planets that they're working with or the spirits that they're working with, okay? But most of the time it comes out through the number 2. Another one is you'll start to feel a surge in energy, so much so that your physical body will ask for movement. So you might want to exercise, you might want to go out dancing, you might want to just start cleaning the house, you might want to just pick up and start reading or writing or articulating your gifts more, right? It'll all translate differently, so it just depends on how God does this, okay? It all depends on what the attack is, what the purpose of the attack is, how long it's been going on. All of these things will manifest differently, right? So if it's something that's been going on for a long time, you'll get a surge of energy and you'll want to start using your gifts. Or you'll want to exercise. But if it's something that you got to break off, if it wasn't a curse or hex that lasted for a long period of time, you might just want to start, cleaning the house. You might even want to change the house around, things like that, okay? You might want to take a little trip. That's also another sign of a long-term curse or hex being broken, okay? Spells that are related to your finances. You might, and these are actually some of the most common ones, right? Your health, your money, your love life, and your mental and emotional status are like the main areas where you can be attacked, okay? When spells have been broken that are related to your finances, depending on your gifts, like if you have the gift of prophecy, you might start getting numbers. The creator may give you numbers to play, whether you play them or not, and this is only if he has allowed you the permission to even play the lottery. Just anything that deals with gambling. You might want to go to the casino. You might feel the need to start placing bets, or you might just get visions of people winning. Like, so say if you're watching a basketball game or a football game, you might get a download on who's going to win, and you may have access to someone who's betting, and you could give them, the winning team in the stats that will allow you to win. You might feel the need to start looking for a new job. Okay. The flip side of that is wanting to quit your job, not wanting to go in, right? So we'll always get these signs and symptoms of the attack, but then you'll also get the sign and the symptom of the spell or this curse or hex being broken, okay? Just finding money, wanting to buy a scratch off, just feeling lucky, all right? Finding change on the floor. Feeling enthused about going to a job that you once didn't want to go to, right? So there's a lot of different telltale signs that are also subtle that will be hints that these curses and spells have been broken, okay? You'll feel an influx of ideas that don't require you a lot of time and money or just any resources to use in order to start making financial progress, right? So let's just say you got an idea to start cleaning people's houses, right? And God will say, okay, I'll give you, your neighbors, right? All you have to do is start posting cleaning signs around your area to clean, your neighbors' houses and things like that. So you'll start getting different ideas and signs that will allow you to make money that don't require you to spend a lot of resources, meaning time, money, energy, different efforts to get the ball rolling, okay? A lot of the attacks that go to people who are prophets, mainly people that are connected to different timelines and that are seers, their crowns, their throats, and their sacral and root chakras are constantly attacked. Also the heart, but those three are mainly attacked, right? You'll start feeling an influx in energy in those different areas. So you might feel an influx. This is one of those tricky things. You'll feel a surge in sexual energy when you're being attacked, as well as when the spell is broken. When you are being relieved of sacral energy, right? Curse or a curse that has been sent to block your intuition or your love life, right? You'll also feel the need to start praying a lot more when your portals or chakras are starting to open back up for the creator to use those places, right? For you to get downloads. You'll notice a surge in not only sexual energy, but just your overall energy, right? That also goes both ways. Sometimes you'll feel very tired when you're being attacked. And sometimes you'll feel very tired after getting a download, after the curse has been removed, okay? So this works both ways with the energy. So this is why it's very important to always tap in with the creator and to consciously be aware of what it is that God is trying to do, because you'll think that something is an attack, and it may just be God showing you that the attack didn't even go through or the curse was broken, okay? So this is all contingent upon what the attack is, the purpose of it, the longevity of the attack, where you were, because sometimes people will send the attack and their intentions will be for you to get into a fight with people where you are, but maybe sometimes the people where you are, you need to fight them, right? So the attack wasn't successful. They actually assisted you. So this is all, you just have to be fully aware on what it is that God is trying to show you, what it is that he's doing, okay? Because this is like an illusion being broken and established at the same time, if that makes sense, okay? But I'm gonna end it here. I do love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. I hope y'all have been drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruits, and sipping on y'all own tea, because it is free. Alright? I'm gonna catch y'all on on the next side. All right. Peace.